This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Peter Turnquest making light of the opposition's criticism of the country's 9-month fiscal snapshot as nothing more than a distraction. Reducing PLP spokesman for finance Chester Cooper to a modern-day Rip Van Winkle. Mr. Turnquest accused the Family Island MP of being asleep during what he termed the disastrous run of the Christie Davis administration when they were billions of dollars in deficits, 4 downgrades, a failure to implement fiscal responsibility legislation, and utter lack of effort to turn the country around. The opposition spokesman said the minister is not comfortable with an administration paying its bills, fixing the mess it inherited, and placing the economy on a firm foundation. All this following Mr. Cooper scolding the Minnis administration for, despite having raised value-added tax by 60%, falling short of its forecast collection by hundreds of millions of dollars, a failure he deemed of epic proportions. Mr. Cooper further accused the government of botching the rollout of the VAT increase and other taxes due to poor modeling, poor implementation, a lack of consultation, and politically motivated exemptions. Venezuela's deteriorating political instability has grabbed the attention of local foreign affairs officials who are said to be monitoring the situation on the ground. In fact, the government is calling on Venezuelan authorities to safeguard the human rights and fundamental freedoms of its people. This in the face of international reports that more than 100 people have been injured in clashes between President Nicolas Maduro's government and the opposition led by Juan Guaido. Both have called on supporters to take to the streets, setting up more potential violent unrest as the nation struggles with an economic crisis. Chronic power cuts and widespread food shortages. U.S. officials have appealed for both sides to avoid violence. The government expressed similar sentiments, expressing hope that there is a peaceful resolution in accordance with resolutions adopted by the Organization of American States and the Inter-American Democratic Charter. A deal's been reached, this according to Tourism Minister Dionisio de Aguilar, an agreement on the voluntary separation packages for 91 managers of the Grand Lucayan Resort in Grand Bahama. Bahamas Hotel Managerial Association President Attorney Obi Ferguson was initially pushing for $5 million, but at that point, the Hotel Corporation Board was only prepared to part with $3.1 million. The minister yesterday left workers with this bit of advice.
Spend your money wisely and prepare yourself for the other opportunities that are going to present to you in the next 5 to 6 months. So as the government marches toward a sale, this is a natural outcome of that process. When we hand over the hotel to the new owners, we will complete the disengagement of all of the staff, and then the new owners will commence the re-engagement of who they would like to have or hire new employees.
The government in March signed a letter of intent with Royal Caribbean Cruises and the ITM Group for the purchase of the Grand Lucayan and the redevelopment of the Freeport Harbor. Meantime, Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union President Darren Woods is hoping for officials to take a page from the book of the Orange Hill Resort's recent negotiations. A 4-year contract was inked with 12 employees. What Mr. Woods said he found notably impressive was that the resort's management did not wait for the union to request salary increases and new benefits.
We gave them an increase before we even were able to complete or even start the negotiation, and that is monumental and historic, because normally you would hear the employer saying, we have to wait for the union to give you an increase or negotiate an increase on your behalf. They saw the times, and it speaks volume to their commitment to the employees, and they recognize that there were a number of inflation. We had 3% over the course of years. We saw the implementation of VAT and also the increase in VAT, but they went ahead and they implemented an increase for them, and for that we want to say hats off to this employer.
Here's a breakdown of the benefits employees will receive.
they maintain their Christmas bonus, the ham and turkey, birthday. They get their birthdays off with pay, or if they work, there's a benefit that goes along with it. And uniforms and lunch and those things that are traditional in the industry. And so we were able to cap it. This is a jokey part of it. We tried to get most of our places have the pension. Mr. Lowe Sr. said the people who there wouldn't benefit from the pension, so next time when we come again, maybe when the persons are a bit younger, because those persons are already pretty much close to retirement age, and he doesn't see the need for us to establish a pension for those people now because they really wouldn't benefit from it.
The union must now take the contract to the Department of Labor to ensure all aspects of it are in accordance with the labor laws. Well, that wraps up this segment of the news. Now a check on sports.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.